This is a video that can save your life. When you are trapped in an elevator, never climb out through the top of the cabin, do not pry open the doors, and never try to attract attention by jumping. Just last August, a 58-year-old woman in Los Angeles was trapped between the 8th and 9th floors. She pried open the elevator doors and jumped out, but fell into the elevator shaft and died on the spot. So what is the correct way to handle this? First, stay calm. Do not panic. Panic will accelerate the consumption of oxygen and physical strength. Although an elevator is not a completely sealed space, panic can make you feel short of breath and affect correct judgment. Then quickly press the emergency call button inside the elevator. This button connects directly to the control room. If there is no response, promptly dial 911. Rescue personnel will arrive within 10 to 15 minutes. If there is no signal in the elevator, then you can only shout loudly to attract attention. So what should you do if the elevator suddenly malfunctions and accelerates downward? How should you save yourself in this situation? Remember, never jump just before hitting the ground. This is a common mistake most people make. People think that when the elevator is approaching the ground, as long as they jump, they can reduce the impact on the body. In fact, this method is completely ineffective and even more dangerous. This is because of relative velocity in physics. When the elevator is falling rapidly, everything inside the elevator is falling at the same speed. The floor cannot give you an upward force to jump, so you cannot jump up. But because you are in a standing position, your center of gravity is higher. When the elevator hits the ground and stops instantly, due to inertia, your internal organs will still rush downward at the original speed. This is like a sudden high-speed brake. Passengers without seatbelts would be thrown forward. At this moment your bones and internal organs will bear an enormous impact. The UK conducted an experiment, keeping a dummy standing as the elevator cabin free fell. When it slammed heavily into the ground, slow-motion footage showed the dummy's lower legs were completely shattered. Then springs were installed under the dummy's feet to simulate jumping in an elevator. The moment the elevator touched the ground, the dummy jumped up and hit the ceiling, then slammed heavily back to the ground. The entire body was torn apart. So it is no exaggeration to say, standing or jumping in a falling elevator is even more dangerous behavior. So in such a situation, how should we save ourselves? What you should do most at this time is quickly press all the down buttons. The purpose is to give the elevator multiple stop commands. Once it stops at any floor, when the doors open, do not hesitate. Run out immediately. If the elevator does not stop and continues to fall, immediately lean against a corner of the elevator. Bend your waist, bend your knees, and stand on your toes. This posture is similar to a spring and can reduce damage to the spine from the impact. This is real self-rescue footage recorded by elevator surveillance. A woman entered the elevator and pressed the first floor. Suddenly the elevator lost weight and began to fall rapidly. The woman panicked slightly, but she immediately pressed all the down floor buttons. It was this action that freed her from death's grip. The elevator stopped at the 12th floor. The moment the doors opened, the woman immediately ran out and continued watching the surveillance. The elevator doors closed and shot upward at extremely high speed. A huge noise suddenly rang out. Dust was shaken loose. The elevator was smashed. The woman's clever actions saved her life at the critical moment. In fact, the deadliest thing about elevators is not falling, but overshooting upward. Overshooting means the elevator shoots to the top of the shaft at extremely high speed. The fatality rate of overshooting is 3 times that of falling. In February 2025, a 59-year-old resident in Queens entered an elevator. The elevator moved at high speed from the 17th floor. From the surveillance footage, the elderly man tried to press multiple buttons without effect. Eventually the elevator hit the very top floor. The man died on the spot. The surveillance confirmed the man was standing with his center of gravity too high. So the core self-rescue method in such situations is to lower your center of gravity before impact, protect your head and spine, and avoid violently colliding with the cabin ceiling. The self-rescue steps are to first press all the up buttons, and the most critical action is not bending your knees, but lying down quickly. With your face upward, your center of gravity is at its lowest. You can quickly share this video with the people you love most. It can truly save a life at a critical moment, and I hope you will never need to use this video.